Okay, so hello friends. So today I have a MacBook iMac that's all-in-one motherboard, right? And I replaced the PCH, right? The PCH was replaced. As you can see, this is an HM86 series PCH, right? HM86, which matches the fourth generation CPU, which is the Haswell or Broadwell. So this is the fifth generation. So this is the Broadwell CPU, which matches the 8th generation PCH, as you can see, right? Now this is a debug card, right? And I am going to check if I am getting display or not, right? So this is a very useful debugging tool that you can use to check no display fault, no standby, right? And other faults, but mostly for no display. Okay, so I'm going to give power. So as you can see, I get 0033, and my current consumption is 2.26, 2.27, and it's not moving, right? So as you can see, at the moment there's no RAM in the slot, right? There's a total of 4 RAM slots, right? There are no RAM there. Okay, as you can see, I'm getting 3300, 3300. Okay, so that indicates that I'm not getting any display. Okay, so I'm going to shut down the machine and I'm going to add RAM. All right, this is a DDR3L RAM. All right, so I'm using one hand here. I'm just going to pick any random slot here. It's a bit tricky. All right, so I'm inserting it in. Unlocked, right? So I'm going to give power again. Alright, so as you can see, it's still not reading RAM. So upon checking, alright, so the debug code is indicating that it's a south bridge, right? A problem with the south bridge, and this is the south bridge. So I took this from another MacBook all-in-one. I didn't know exactly what was wrong with it. I got it from another tech as a donor board. So I just randomly took this PCH off this that board and soldered it to this board, right? So I'm not getting a display. The RAM is in the slot, right? So I am going to use the oscilloscope now to check if the CPU is running code. All right, so I'm going to go to the okay, so I'm going to head over to the schematic, and onto the board view I'm going to select the RAM slot here. All right, just going to randomly select one. This is J2400. all right, so I need to find the SM bus. Normally these types is at the bottom of the slot on the page here. Okay, so here it is. So we have SDA, which is data and clock. So I'm just going to select clock, is the data, anyone is fine. All right, so I'm going to search and I'm going to select there. Nothing there. Next page, that's where I'm coming from. That's nothing there. That's where I'm coming from. All right, so we have a pull-up resistor here, as you can see. All right, so DIMM I2C, so DIMM A SDA is connected to this resistor here, R5361. As you can see, it's right here beside the crystal here. So I'm going to check if I'm getting 3.3 volts a signal rather on the oscilloscope. All right, so I'm going to get the probe. I'm using the phone here with one hand. All right, I'm just doing a freestyle video. All right, so it's right here. All right, so I'm going to give power. As you can see, I'm not getting a waveform. No waveform there. As you can see, I'm actually measuring. No wave. I'm going to remove the probe and see if I get a falling edge. Alright, so I didn't get a good ground. I'm going to try again. Alright, I'm trying again. I'm going to remove the probe, and if I get a falling edge, that means I'm getting 3.3 volts. If I'm not getting a falling edge, that means I'm not getting 3.3 volts and there's a problem, most likely. So I'm going to remove the probe. As you can see, I don't get a falling edge. So that indicates to me that there's no voltage on the line. So I'm going to measure if I'm getting 3.3 volts on that line, because as you can see on the schematic, I have PP3V3S0 underscore SM bus, and I should be getting it on this side, and there's a pull-up resistor there. So I'm going to check here at the resistor. As you can see, there's no voltage there. There's no voltage. I'm going to check the resistance. Alright, so I removed the power, so I'm going to check the resistance to ground to see what is the problem there. Alright, and diode volt if there's any problem. Alright, so as you can see, I have a dead short. So that is why the CPU is not. That's why I'm getting a no display, because the CPU cannot read RAM and the BIOS cannot be dumped into the RAM so that the initialization process can be started. Right, so at the moment, I most likely see that this PCH is bad, so it is pulling down the line. So that indicate to me that this PCH had a problem from the other board. Right, so the addressing cannot be complete and the soft start cannot be complete, so I'm stuck into the hard start. Right, so I'll have to try another PCH and see if I can find one on another board.